What's going on, buddy? Crypto Kid here, coming at you again with another video. In this one, we're going to be going over top 5 cryptos that you need in your portfolio for the upcoming bull cycle. Today, another great day for Solana, up over 11.5%. On the 24-hour chart, that brings us to a price total of over $92. This is one that we've been talking about a lot on this channel recently. Absolutely love this project, the ecosystem. You're going to see it featured a lot on the portfolio today, along with a couple of others. So, just to kind of lay the groundwork, guys, Solana just passed Ethereum in 24-hour DEX volume this past week, netting over 1.5 billion in the 24-hour span versus 1.1 billion. So obviously that's just DEX volume, but that's never happened before. Something is definitely in the air. People are waking up to the fact that the Solana technology might just be better than Ethereum's. It's faster, it's cheaper. A ton of developers are moving to Solana and Avalanche over Ethereum every day. So yeah, this is definitely going to play into our portfolio guide today, guys. Let's keep that in mind. Obviously, the Bitcoin halving also coming up rather soon, 113 days. So regardless, let's get right into it. The first coin is obviously going to be Solana. I think if we come over to the Solana chart here, it's almost unheard of what Solana has done in this year. We've seen a lot of coins rise very quickly. What we haven't seen is a coin rise so consistently over a span like this. This is a chart that looks more or less like Bitcoin, which has incredible levels of support over other currencies, which obviously plays to the level of liquidity following Solana. No major dips along the way. Just absolutely amazing price work from Solana. This one is going to continue to run and print numbers all the way up, likely to its all-time high up here around $260. So absolutely love Solana, love the ecosystem. This needs to be in everybody's portfolio. Moving on, we're just going to go ahead and check out some of the top Solana ecosystem. Best way to do this, I believe, is to come over to DeFi Llama. DeFi is one of the most major components of cryptocurrency. In my opinion, it's the most practical use case for crypto, more or less bringing power back to the little man so that we can go ahead and achieve some of the same great interest rates and deals as larger companies. This is stuff that if you go into a money market fund at your local bank, you're not going to come close to these rates, which is why, I think over the next few years, as people get more comfortable and confident in these mechanisms, that people are going to start really allocating a ton of money into these programs. And I think if you come over here, a great example is Marinade Finance. TVL is over $1 billion today because of Solana's price. MSOL is its mechanism. It basically tracks Solana 1-for-1 plus about the 15% APY baked in as well. So the value is like 1.15 of Solana at all times. That chart has held completely steady for a while now, which is great to the network. It's saying that, hey, they've built this mechanism well to track the price. And then the MND coin, as a result, has done well as more and more people are trusting the network and using it consistently. Obviously, this TVL versus the market cap of only around, I believe, 76 million. Just great ratio there. I think, the more volume that comes into a network like Marinade, the more eyes that get on it, the more attention, the more investors as a result. It also just got listed on KuCoin. So I think this is one that's really primed to pop. Also, if you look at the chart here, it had this major spike here, which was great. And then we've just been consistently down. Anytime I see a chart like this, there's almost always followed by another crazy meteoric rise. 5, 6, 7 months, there's absolutely no telling where this price could go. You guys can check out my video yesterday on Marinade specifically if you want more information. But yeah, moving along, I do have ORCA here. I'm sure you guys can see that in the browser. I'm actually not going to suggest adding ORCA into your portfolio at the moment. I just think that its TVL compared to some of the other coins in Solana is pretty weak, especially given the fact that the project's been around for a while. I also think the user interface, it's not great. You can only find a couple of team members. They have some great backing with Coinbase and a couple of other partners, but besides that, there's no white paper. You can't even find docs. There's just a few red flags with this project that I don't necessarily love. If you also look at the leaders of ORCA, and check them out on Twitter, these two guys right here, there's not much, right? They're never really talking about ORCA, and it's just not active enough for me to warrant a fully diluted market cap of, I believe, close to $1 billion. Yeah, 808 million at the moment. This one is very overpriced compared to Marinade even. So yeah, I'm going to avoid ORCA for now. But regardless, don't want to spend too much time on that, guys. It's not necessarily built on Solana, but Render is definitely a great token to have. So yeah, we'll say the three is Solana, Marinate, and Render right now. And then on top of that, we're actually going to get out of the Solana ecosystem, and we're going to make sure that we have some Avalanche exposure. This is more or less Solana's major competitor right now when it comes to this kind of new age layer ones. I think Avalanche is still a great investment, regardless of if Solana's been outperforming it recently. I'd have exposure to both. And then on top of that, it's your choice. I like Ethereum for that fifth spot just because, you know, Ethereum's team is arguably the best in the business. The oldest layer one, truly, obviously not counting Bitcoin, and the most used to this point, still the highest TVL in the space. So, you know, Ethereum is definitely still a great play. I don't know if you're going to see as much upside. I don't know if you're going to be seeing, you know, 800, 900% gains on Ethereum, but you're also not going to see, you know, a dramatic fall either. I don't see this one going below $1,000 really again. Ethereum's a pretty solid staple of your portfolio, and it's just nice to have exposure to the top dog just in case that they keep the party going and stay in that spot. So you could also put Cosmos. You know, some great things going on with Cosmos SDK. Definitely a lot of cool things going on there. So if you want some exposure to another layer one, Cosmos would be great as well. But other than that, you know, I don't want to drown you guys with too many picks. There will be more videos in the future, but those need to be the major staples of your portfolio at the moment. So that way you have some exposure to some of the top blockchains. Subset, you have exposure to Marinate under Solana. If Avalanche starts to go or Ethereum starts to go, we're going to shine some more light on the coins under them. And actually, now that I mentioned that, if you want to get some exposure to Optimism or Arbitrum, Polygon under Ethereum, those are going to be three key scaling solutions that are going to keep Ethereum in this fight. So those could be good as well. So I know that was a little bit more than 5 coins, but do what you want with this information. Go ahead and do some more research and look into some of those projects. Those are some great gems for you. I do, you know, I have to say, this is not financial advice. I do have exposure to all these projects that I mentioned, and for good reason. I believe in the tokens. So glad to be back making videos for you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.